Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, folkers. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. This is Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy. On this Saturday morning of December 26, 2020, I'm going to talk about updates for the Nashville RV bombing, okay? Now, the bombing did happen within an RV. So it wasn't a car, it was a recreational vehicle. That happened 1:30 in the morning. And around that time, that's when they received a phone call, the police did, about a reporting of shootings, right? And like I said yesterday, when the police pulled up, there was no sign of any shooting, but there was this RV. Now, yesterday I was wondering, how did they know that something was going on with that RV? What's up, Wax? Tina Hartman, how you doing? How did they know that that something was going on with the RV? Well, apparently there was a recording. All right, there was a recording of a man's voice saying that if you can hear this message, evacuate the area. So the RV had a recording coming out of it, blasting out of it, saying, if you can hear this recording, evacuate the area. So when the police heard that, they started going door to door. Six officers went door to door to get people out of those buildings. People that were in those buildings, they got them out of there. So this is an instance where a police officer actually did some good and possibly save lives and help people. So, 1 out of 100 ain't bad. Anyway, so salute to those police officers that helped those people. You know what I'm saying? They actually put their lives in danger being around that RV, getting people out of there. So salute to them. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't absolve them of any constitution breaking orders they followed. It doesn't absolve them from any crimes they've committed as police officers, but they did something good that day. Anyway, moving on. So apparently there were some human remains in the area after the bombing went off. So they're assuming that it was probably the driver, because it was bits and pieces of human being scattered about. So there was at least one death in this bombing, and it was probably the driver. Now, why do they say the driver? Well, because the recording of the RV haven't been there. They got cameras all over the place that's filming shit 24/7 out in these streets. So the RV pulled up. There was no indication that anybody got out of the RV after the RV pulled up and parked. So one would be safe to assume that the driver, it was a suicide bombing. Essentially, it was a suicide bombing. This type of shit that happens in, the Middle East. This type of shit that happens in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and shit like that. They use car bombings to attack people. You know what I'm saying? This is how they do it. It's not necessarily a frontline war going on over there. This is what happens in the Middle East. So who knows why this happened, but apparently this was in conjunction with an AT&T power outage in that area, and even in areas that were about 2 hours away. So who knows why this happened? Who knows what this individual did this for? Who knows what the purpose was? Yesterday I was thinking, well, maybe they did it. Maybe they went up there. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Yesterday I was thinking, well, maybe they parked there, called the police out, saying that there was gunshots, knowing that the police would come out there, and maybe they wanted to create victims of the police. Maybe they wanted to kill the police. But having that recording going on, having that recording blasting out of the RV, that would kind of nix that idea. That kind of tells me, okay, well, that might not have been the purpose of doing this. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you have to wonder, why did the driver use a recording? Why did the driver use a recording instead of yelling out the window, I'm gonna blow it up, get the fuck out of here? You know, why would he warn people via recording as opposed to, well, he or she, as opposed to actually yelling out the window or doing it himself? That's something that I'm interested in knowing. There's a lot of things going on with this whole thing that is kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, why would you use an RV bomb but not want to leave a victim? That's what I want to know. Why would you do that? Like, what was the point? Was it to send a message? And if it was to send a message, what's the message? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what was the purpose of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why bomb the street and not kill anybody? You know, was it to knock down power lines for the AT&T? What was the purpose of this shit? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very weird situation right here that really caught my interest because, you know, I don't understand it. And I think this is significant. You know, this is a very significant case where a lot of things that happen doesn't add up. It doesn't add up to anything, you know. And if you're gonna try to bomb AT&T, like, what's the point? What's the point of that? How sophisticated was? I have no idea, man. Like, real talk, I don't know how sophisticated it was. I feel like it was designed to cause minimal damage, right? It might have just been a suicide. It might have been just a grand suicide that this dude wanted to do for whatever reason. He didn't want anybody else to get hurt, but he wanted to use a bomb, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You're about to end your life using a bomb. Why do you care if anybody else get hurt? Why would you care about that? I don't see, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the purpose was to knock down AT&T power lines, or maybe it was to show how vulnerable, right? How vulnerable our communication system is in this country. Like, they can knock down communications because people could not use their cell phones at all, right? So, and this brings to mind, what do you do in a situation where what if it's not just a cell phone company, right? What if it's the power company? What if it's the water company? Like, what if they blow some shit up that would create so much, that would cause us to not have water for a while, not have electricity for a while, not have communications for a while? Luckily, this was just cell phone shit, right? And this also brings to mind the importance of having a landline at your house and having a CB radio, having a satellite phone, these type of things in your home, so that if power communications go down, you have a way to communicate with people that you already have an established understanding with, right? So, you know, you have a satellite phone. Your buddy down the street has a satellite phone. Your neighbors have a satellite phone. Y'all have landlines, so you guys communicate and organize and all that other shit. You have a CB radio to get in contact with people out in the world, to see what's going on, like what the hell's going on here, what's the hell's going on there, to get an understanding of what's going on. It's very important to have multiple forms of communication, right? Stay strapped, yeah. I mean, all that. You know what I'm saying? Have your personal protective device with the freedom seeds and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Have your satellite phone, have a CB radio, have a ham radio, have all that shit. Whatever you can have, that you don't have to rely on a fragile infrastructure, right? Because the cell phone towers, they're fragile, right? They're exposed. You know what I'm saying? Whereas landlines are all essentially ran underground. But then you got the power lines. The power lines could be knocked down. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a substation, blow up a substation, boom. Everybody that's served by that substation, everybody downstream of that substation ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? You can bust a water main, or you can destroy a water tower or a pump station. You go to a pump station and cause problems there. Like that, these are things that you have to think about. If those things break down and you're in the middle of the city, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? These are the type of things that you have to plan for. Now, if you're out in the farm, you're out in your ranch, you're out in your farm, you have well water, you have this, you have that, you have everything you need to survive for months and months and months and even years without even dealing with the rest of society, without relying on the grid, without relying on the government infrastructure, then these are things that you don't necessarily have to worry about. Of course, it's good to have ham radios and CBs no matter where you at. That way you can communicate with people all across the country and find out what the hell's going on. And one thing I suggest you have, one thing you need to have is a friendship with a truck driver. All right, I'm talking about a cross-country truck driver. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoo, you need to have that, because they are traveling all across the country. They know how to get from point A to point B. They know where to travel, where not to travel, during what climate and all that other shit, during what certain parts of the year. You know, they have the equipment. You know what I'm saying? I like my wife's cousin is a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? So if I need to move from LA to another state on the other side of the country, I don't have to pay $10,000-$12,000 to move my shit. You know, so I can give him a couple G's. You know what I'm saying? And he'll take care of us. You know, or if you never know when you can use somebody like that. I was at my parents' Christmas in Baxter, Tennessee, and all the phone service is out. Yeah, still out? Is it still out, Lenny? I drove home to Clarksville this morning, and everything looked normal, but I didn't go through downtown to get home. Okay. So do you live near Nashville? I don't know anything about Tennessee, so my wife's family from Tennessee, not me. Yeah, you need radios, water filters. Yeah. So what I have at the house, and I just ordered 2 generators. I just ordered 2 2200 watt generators for the house. So that should be getting to the house in the next few days. So, I mean, with those generators, I can power a refrigerator. That's really what I want it for. A refrigerator and whatever other appliances. Like I have my Traeger grill, right? My smoker. I can use it for that, you know, to cook if some shit happened and I can't leave the city right away. I'll have a way to cook food and all that other shit, you know. Yep. I got. Sounds like it might be a disgruntled worker. I don't know. I just think it's interesting the way he went about it. If his thing was just to destroy, a phone data infrastructure, I mean, I guess that's the way you can go about it. He didn't want to hurt anybody. Tamiko Anderson, how you doing? Oh, hey, Deuce, what's up? The definition of anarchy is a t-shirt for sale. Nice tee. The Constitution agrees with you. People who are tyrants disagree with you. Word. Yes, this is a shirt that I got from, and many other shirts that I got from Ranger Up. Ranger Up. It's a veteran-owned company. I like to support veteran-owned companies and black-owned companies. So, you know, since I'm a veteran, I support other veteran companies, and I like to support black-owned businesses. So, yeah, this says free men do not ask permission to keep and bear arms, or to bear arms. So, you know, y'all know how I get down, and that's real shit. Real men do not ask for permission. So, And like I said, shout out to those cops that helped evacuate those people. That's part of their job, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they did put themselves in harm's way. They didn't run and all that shit. So shout out to them. But I think what was going on is he was waiting for the cops to maybe to evacuate the people so that he can do his thing. So, I mean, you know, his intent probably was not to kill anybody. I don't know, man. That's crazy. You disgruntled by your old company, so you blow up their building. Like, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm not in the head of these people. You know, I don't I don't understand how most of these people think that do shit like this, but it is what it is. Yep, rangerup.com. There you go. Good looking out, Derek. I don't get any I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get any money from them, but they have quality products. And if you have an issue with anything, they'll refund your money and send you some new shit. So like what happened when one of my shirts, I bought a shirt from them, and in the first wash, all the print like basically disappeared. So, you know, I let them know. I didn't even have to send a shirt back. I just took a picture, sent the picture to them, and they sent me a new shirt, so for free. So it is what it is. They got some quality products. But yeah, yep. I like to support black-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, and all that shit. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You know, I might need a job one day, and I might be able to call up Ranger up like, hey man, I need a job, brother. You know. Anyway, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this bombing? I like t-shirt. Hopefully you put the link in the description. Yeah, Carl Trumbley, Derek Williams put the link in the chat just now. So, Alan Powell, how you doing? Dark Nebula, what's going on? It is crazy, but there are crazy people in the world, for sure. Yeah. I should have I did machine wash. I typically machine wash cold with I don't use them harsh detergents either. I think it was just a fluke. You know what I'm saying? The shirts are good quality, so I mean, I think it was just a fluke. Let me shout out to you guys. Lenny, oh hey Deuce, how you doing? Tina Hardman's in the house. Jay Safari up in here, or he was at least. Dice TV was good. Yeah, it was a bad print. You know, it's all it was. Did I know Liberty for All? How you doing? Carl Tremblay, yeah. Did you know there is an NSA building next to AT&T? Out there? Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. That's thank you for letting me know that. Anyway, I'm gonna get some money out the ATM for the farmers market. I'll be right back. Good looking, Derek Williams. I just feel like the event is to test us. It seems like they do this by demographic, maybe to see how different parts of the country will react. I agree. Wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think of, Alan Powell 2.0. I didn't think about the uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco G. If you say the word out loud, or if you say it like, the algorithm will kick in and all that shit. So the uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco G. This guy got spikes on his. What the hell? What the fuck this dude got going on? Oh shit, never mind. Dude was on his bike. I mean, looked like he had an ammo belt on his shit, on his vest. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a fucking forearm guards with spikes on them and shit. And then he had some, like, what looked like ammo belt. But, maybe it was just decoration. Anyway, I think about I didn't even think about the Cinco G. I didn't even think about that. That's another that's another angle. That's another angle right there. Maybe, and this is just speculation. Right? This is speculation, YouTube. I'm writing a book, so I'm just getting you guys' take on, if this plot point makes sense to y'all. Since I'm an author, right? So in a fiction story, maybe he was a worker. Maybe he worked for AT&T and knew that 5G was a problem. So he decided to cause issues with the 5G infrastructure. Oh shit, I said 5G. Fuck. I said it. Whatever. In a fiction novel, right? What do y'all think about that plot point? And maybe that's why he didn't want people around when he did it. And maybe I don't know. And when these frequencies and radio waves in a novel hits your brain, right? Now we got to think about a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit going on, right? There's a lot of things working against us. Okay? There's a lot of things working against us. You have contaminants in your food, in your water. You got things floating from the sky when they spray certain things, right? The sea trails, You have things that are working against your blood-brain barrier, okay? And these frequencies are hitting you. So you have a blood-brain barrier, right? And when you consume or ingest shit like aluminum, neurotoxins like that, aluminum is a neurotoxin, okay? And what these frequencies do, right, these radio frequencies, see, they tell you it's non-ionizing, right? That's how they get you. Oh, it's non-ionizing radiation, so it's not going to cause a problem, all right? Well, it's non-ionizing at a certain frequency. It's non-ionizing at lower frequencies, right? But if you constantly bombard it with these low frequencies, it can build up. And what it does is it makes your blood-brain barrier permeable, right? It can hit your blood-brain barrier and make it more susceptible for those neurotoxins to get in. And maybe dude was working around a lot of, cell phone towers and shit like that. And boom, he was exposed and he went cuckoo in the brain and felt like he was losing his mind. And the only way he could deal with it is to take his own life. But maybe he wanted to do something to take down what was affecting him. And maybe he didn't want it to affect other people. I don't know. I'm not dude. I'm not the driver. I don't know anything about him. But these are things that roll through I'm a writer. And so these are things that I think about. And thank you to, what's his name? The guy in there that mentioned 5G. Like, that's another angle. And they haven't mentioned that. They didn't say anything about that. And they're not going to. They're not going to say anything about the 5G and it having maybe anything to do with this. But maybe they will later on. Maybe they'll say, oh, he was a 5G Fuck, I said it again. He was a Cinco G conspiracy nut and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he went crazy and boom, boom, boom and all that shit. It's crazy, man. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to say too much about this. You got to be real careful about what you say. And they already trying to come up with this TAPS Act shit. So you say certain shit on these platforms, and trust and believe they'll go back after they pass the TAPS Act. They'll go back and be like, oh, this motherfucker said this, that, and the third. But maybe he was a martyr. Somebody mentioned martyrdom. Maybe he was a martyr. Sometimes certain people have to sacrifice for the greater good, right? You know, like, especially if they know they're already deteriorated to the point of no return. Maybe they have brain cancer. Maybe they have this, that, and the third. Maybe they feel like they have no other way to do any good because they don't have much time left. So they do what's in their heart. I'm not saying that that's what's going on with this dude in Tennessee. I'm not saying that at all. I don't know anything about him. This is just me speculating, me spitballing with you guys. I feel inspired, you know what I mean? I might want to write a book, you know what I'm saying? So I feel inspired to maybe put some words on the page and see how that works out. Oh, by the way, yes, Derek Williams posted my book in the chat room. He posted a link to purchase my book from Amazon if you guys want to support your boy. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do is like, share, subscribe, right? And share this out and hit that like button so that the algorithm picks it up and boom. So we can beat that algorithm so people can get this information. And the second best thing you can do if you want to help your boy monetarily is to get something for what you give me, right? So if you buy a book, you're getting something in return. It's a transaction. So, you know, if you want to support your boy, you guys can handle that. Y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? And just an update, I found an editor for the sequel. For those of you who have read the first book, I know Derek Williams read it. He can attest to the quality of the book. But I do have an editor, and she's going to start at the beginning of the year. So I already gave her what I have so far. The book is not complete yet, right? It's about I'm about 270 some pages in, and I don't even feel like I'm halfway through the second book yet. So that's how much content I have for this second book. And you know, this train ain't stopping. I ain't nowhere near no writer's block. So I already know how this second book is going to end. I just need to complete the journey to get to it. And, you know, things might change along the way. That's why I don't do outlines. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to do an outline before, and it just, once you start writing and you start hitting certain points, you look for a natural progression throughout the journey of the people in the book, or the people in the story. And so things end up changing, man. You know, things change. A lot of, you know, just like in real life, you have a plan. You plan to do something in real life, right? But then something happens and it completely throws you off your trajectory and you start a new path. So that's how I write. I write as though it's real life. And things have to make sense. Yep, Seeds of Dark Matter 2 is coming. I'm thinking maybe by summer of next year, depending on how we go through this editing process. And this time, I'm starting the editing process before it's done, so that if I need to make any changes, I don't have to change the whole book. I can just make micro changes throughout what's already been done and then go from there to finish the book. So if I start the editing process now, I feel like you guys get a better product at the end of it. No, KP. No, you can't mention Cinco G in a negative light on YouTube, or they'll take your thing down. Yes, and they do it. The music, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I got for now, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, give you guys an update on the whole Tennessee bombing situation. I'm very interested. I'm gonna continue to follow this story and get as much information as I can, and I'll bring it to you guys. And you guys can go get information too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's great about the community. You know, you build a community of people, and everybody has an opportunity and a say in, you know, what information is being put out. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't feel like I have any more knowledge than anyone else. I might have different knowledge. I might be able to bring something that you haven't thought about. Just like what's his name? The guy that the individual who mentioned Cinco G in the first place. You know, I wasn't thinking about that until he mentioned it. I want to give him credit. Who said that? Who mentioned the 5G? God, I said it again. Who mentioned the Cinco G in the first place? I forgot. Alan Powell 2.0. He brought up the Cinco G, and you know, I wasn't thinking about it till he brought it up. So that's the thing about bringing in minds that are different than yours. You know, some of these content creators, man, they always want to be the smartest person in the room, right? They always want to assert themselves and present themselves as the smartest person in the room, instead of just being who you are. Instead of inviting dissent and inviting different voices and different angles and different perspectives, they want one perspective. And when you try to bring different perspectives to them, they don't like it. They get all irate and they get discombobulated. They don't like being opposed by people that might have something on a different level than what they at. They might be on a certain level. They ain't ready to reach this level yet. So they get mad at you when you try to get them to come to that level. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. Jeff Censored is dead. Who's that? You're just damn good. That's all. I try to keep pace with Lockhart, Black Springs, you, and Queen's Throne. That's what's up. Good looking out, Derek. What? Who's Jeff Censored? Is he a truther on YouTube? I gotta check that out. I'm not familiar with Jeff Censored, Kevin Dugan. What? Legend Truth Seeker, Jeff Censored. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's crazy. I'm gonna look into that. I'm looking into that. That's crazy. Well, you know, people are dying in interesting ways. I mean, there was a lady. I meant to talk about this too, but I'll get more information on this and I'll bring it to you. There was a woman who used to work for Big Pharma. She was a Big Pharma executive. Okay, she stopped working for Big Pharma and then put up a website about vaccine safety or vaccine safety or the lack thereof. So she would put out a lot of information about vaccines that the Big Pharma didn't necessarily want you to see. But she used to work for Big Pharma. She's now dead. She's dead too. So I'm gonna talk about that. I forgot her name. I'll get that information to you. I'll find that information out, and then I'll probably do a live when I leave the farmers market, so I can tell you about her. She had a website about vaccines. So, you know, I'll bring that to you. Brandy Vaughn of Merch. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so apparently Derek Williams has a video about her. Derek, why don't you post that? I'll give you some time to post that in the chat room. Post the video so that people can go straight to it. Tinsley Harlow, how you doing? Was good. Media Bear, how's it going, man? Media Bears in the house, another great content creator. I thoroughly enjoyed Mask Around. All the videos, the music videos he does is great. You know, mocking the whole crack scene and the whole face flag situation. I see vaccine is the same as homemade e-carts. That's funny. Media Bears in the house. J Law, how you doing? Was good. Welcome Tinsley Harlow from Oklahoma. Our boy Brian from High Impact Flicks is from Oklahoma too. A lot of great people in the chat room right now. You guys check him out, man. Check out Media Bear. He does a lot of spoof music videos, clowning this whole psyop with the Tecate 19 and all that stuff. And Derek Williams, he hits on a lot of good stuff. Who else is up in here? I think I saw Jay with Open Eyes. Spicy Kai has good content. Check her out. She talks about good stuff. So I asked what farm market I go to the Torrance Farmers Market. Spicy Kai. I know Spicy Kai is from California, so who else has content? If you guys are content creator, go ahead and blast your channels. Let me see if I can. So yeah, just you guys, congregate and get to know each other. You know, man, I didn't want to detail you. That's funny. Where am I streaming at? I'm streaming in I'm in Torrance right now. Oh, you ain't derailing nobody, Media Bear. I always shout out content creators up in here. If you got content, man, we lift each other up. Brandy Vaughn. Oh, there you go. So Brandy, Derek Williams just posted his video about Brandy Vaughn. See, I missed that. I didn't even get any notification. Like, I'm not getting notifications from you guys for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got, Black Spring with Autumn. I rarely get notifications from her. I don't get notifications at all from Spicy Kai. So every now and then I'll get something from Derek Williams. Like when you on a certain wavelength, they know who you are, and they'll block your content in some form or fashion. So yeah. Halo Ben Sahar. Single mothers is the motive. Single mothers. Are you talking about the motive of the bombing? That's an interesting take. I have never shot it out on. Oh, Tinsley Harlow, are you a content creator? Tinsley Harlow, check out Tinsley Harlow. This is my first day seeing you in my chat. So if you're a content creator, go ahead and post your channel so people can check it out. Wait, you can't do that. One of my moderators, if you guys can post Tinsley Harlow's channel. I don't what kind of content do you do, Tinsley? Halil Ben Shahar, is that confirmed that the motive was a single mother? What can you expound on that? Yeah, exactly. Media Bears there too. Spicy Kai says they removed every Kovanisha video I put up. I like that one, Kovanisha, because she is a ghetto broad, right? That Kovanisha, she ghetto as hell, man. Going after all them black people. You know how ghetto black people do. They go after each other. That Kovanisha. Okay. It's all good, man. Like, I ain't got no problem with shouting people out. You can't say the S word, right? The SUB word, but you can say, check them out. That's another thing. If you say the S word, SUB, SCRIB, then they hit that too. If you write it in the comment section, they don't like that. They don't like you writing that in the chat. There's a lot of words and things they don't like. They don't even like numbers. Really, they don't like numbers in the chat. They want it, the numbers, they want them spelled out. If you put numbers in the chat, it's crazy how the algorithm works. Single mother kids want attention because they don't have a daddy at home. Therefore, they do anything to get attention, such as doing crap like this. TN activity. What? Okay. I used to live in San Fernando Valley before moving back to Oakland for a bit. You in Torrance? Yeah, right now I'm in Torrance at the Torrance Farmers Market. Supposedly there was an explosion in Tijuana too, but I think it was just a meth cook. Okay. Halal bin Shahar, that's an interesting take on the bombing, that it was a single mother looking for attention. That's very, very, very interesting take. Very interesting take. I don't know about that one, but you know, hey, you know, I'm not gonna knock you for your intuitiveness and your artistic thought. Oh, no doubt, J Law. That's what I'm here to do, man. And there's a lot of evil to expose, and you know, I've been wanting to do more content, but I did not say a single mother did it. Okay, Halal bin Shahar, what do you mean then? Oh, he's saying it's kids of a single woman that are the problem. The problem what? I'm confused. Oh, man. I'm confused. Are you saying that? So you're not saying that a single mother did the bombing. You're saying it was a kid raised by a single mother. Also, they confirmed the identity of the bomber. That'd be crazy if it was just because, I don't know. So I see what you're saying. I'm interested in making a documentary here in Oklahoma about police corruption in a small town. Oh yeah, to Tinsley Harlow for sure. Yeah, we need to document as much. We need as much documentation of police corruption as we can get, because you have people that hide from it, or they'll deny it, or they'll make excuses for it. But if you expose them to the real corruption, the blatant real corruption, what can they say about it? They're just gonna look like clowns in front of their audiences. Who causes more violence in society? The government. But other than the government, people. I mean, people in desperate situations, people who are poor, impoverished, you know, desperate, you know, fed up, tired. It just depends. It depends on what's going on. Oh, you go ahead, man. Yeah, Tinsley Harlow. Yeah, go ahead and get cracking. Oh, you're new? Okay. I think it was a deep state, and they're going to blame it on a Cinco G patsy. Who gets the government jobs? Where do those kids who obtain government jobs come from? All kind of. I don't know the stats on that. So one of the alphabet agencies trying to spend resources for next year's budget. Man, they do all kind of stuff for that. Yeah, those red flags. Yep, I understand what you're saying, man. Anyway, I got to get out of here, you guys. Like I said, check out their videos about the lady who worked for Merck and ended up dying, but she had a website that talked about vaccine safety. So y'all go check that out. Check out Media Bear. Check out anybody that got content. Check out the Black Spring with Autumn, Spicy Kai. She has content. I think Tinsley Harlow is new, but he might have some content. I'll check him out when I get off of here. You guys check each other out, man. All right. Much love, you guys. Peace out.